Hi, my name is Jeacocke. Thanks for clicking onto this video. Now, what is the purpose of Christianity? Well, the essence of Christianity is to preach. That is the function. It has a message, and the only way to get that message to people is to preach about it. Now, that's an important concept of a Judeo-Christian faith, what they do, preach. Now, I want to illustrate this necessity with using two quotations from the Jewish books. Now, the first comes from Joshua, from the book of Joshua. And what's the chapter? Chapter 8. Now, this is when the covenant gets renewed. Because, as you know, people break promises, people forget what they committed to. And it's very sensible. Now, this is a key passage. This is halfway through verse 32. Joshua wrote on stones a copy of the law of Moses. Now there you have it. You see, there's some things that you have to think about. God did not specifically say what the Levite priests had to do. They had to think about their job and tasks. And Joshua, he understood the problem that encountered. He had access to the law. Now the Israelites didn't have access. And this is a continuing problem the Israelites have throughout the different generations. We tend to complain about how the Israelites acted and behaved. But we have to look at what was going on. We have to look at the responsibility of the Levite priests. And here is where my second quotation comes from. Comes from 2 Kings. The book of the law is found. Now, where is it? Verse 8, I have found the book of the law in the temple of the Lord. Now, here's the key word, found. He found it. He found it. Now, the Israelites have this law and it's written down, but there's no way the Israelite people in all how the nation spread out in all the different places. The priests had a responsibility. They had to preach the law to the Israelites, so the Israelites understood what they had to do. You see, I'm not judging the nation for what they did, because I forget to do things from day to day. And I can understand where they're coming from. Although there is a personal responsibility, at some point the Israelites did know what they were doing, and yet they still turned away, like I do sometimes. But here's the point. The Levitical priests had to preach to the Israelites generation after generation. And even within the generation, a person can lose faith or forget about it because they get caught up in life and situations. And the priests, therefore, they have to preach. They have to be zealots. They have to go out continuously and get the person to acknowledge, so they don't go to the left or they don't go to the right. You see, that's another key phrase in the all throughout the Bible. Don't stray to the left, don't stray to the right. And the only way you can do that, optimistically, is to preach. And here is where the Judeo-Christian faith comes in. They preach the message of Jesus, and Jesus was a Jew. Anyway, that's it. I hope I made sense. Enjoy your day.